Hi beautiful, and welcome to the Full for Life kitchen. I'm Callie and I am so excited to chat with you today about some simple steps to meal prepping. You've probably heard of it before, you may or may not have tried it in the past, but meal prepping truly is key to simplifying a real food lifestyle and to consistently getting nourishing meals on your table night after night, especially during the busy season of life. And let's be honest here, when is it not the busy season of life, right? We've all been there before. You have to pick up your kids from practice and it's 6:30 at night and you're exhausted, or you get stuck at a work meeting and you're heading home and your brain is screaming, I need food now. And not only is your brain screaming that, your kids are probably in the backseat saying the same thing, or your spouse is texting you and saying, hey, I'm hungry, what's for dinner? So out of utter desperation, you pick up some takeout or you head to the closest drive-thru. Or you drive home and you pop something quick and easy like a prepackaged heavily processed meal in the oven to feed your family. Then you're filled with feelings of guilt because you made those decisions and you really had great intentions to feed them something that was nourishing. That's where meal prep will come into play and will simplify this lifestyle for you. Not only that, it decreases yo-yo dieting. And it eliminates a lot of junk foods from your house because you have a plan to follow and you're not aimlessly walking around the grocery store picking up foods that are quick and easy for you to eat at home. It makes mealtime more enjoyable. And when mealtime is simplified and it's more enjoyable, you're less likely to burn out. So that's just a few of the reasons why it's so important. So rather than turning to takeout or something super quick and easy that's heavily processed, follow these simple steps. First and foremost, you're gonna think about what your biggest stressors are throughout a typical week. So you're gonna look at a typical week ahead and think about where you tend to get tripped up. Maybe on Tuesdays and Thursdays, you have to pick up your kids from soccer practice and you end up getting home at 7 o'clock. And so Tuesday and Thursday nights are your biggest stressors and the most difficult time for you to get healthy meals on the table, so that's where you want to focus your efforts. Or maybe at 2 p.m. every day, you get really bad cravings for food, your hunger pangs start going off, and you end up at the vending machine at work. So in that case, planning and prepping snacks might be your biggest stressor and the area that you initially want to focus on. Or if mornings are absolutely crazy in your house and it's like a zoo and it's really difficult to get nourishing meals on the table in the mornings, then maybe that's where you want to initially focus your efforts. So think about what your biggest stressors are, write them down, and then hone in on that number one stressor, and that is where you are going to hone in and focus your efforts when it comes to meal prep for the next few weeks. Once you create a habit, and it becomes routine and somewhat automatic, then you're gonna incorporate that number two biggest stressor. Second, you're establishing a general routine that you can follow week to week. So again, you're looking at your schedule when you have time to plan your meals, to grocery shop, and to prep your food. So maybe your meal planning day is on Thursdays. Maybe that's when works best for you. Your grocery shopping day might be every Saturday. And your meal prepping day may be every Sunday. So establish a general routine that works for your schedule that you can stick to every week. And then you're gonna pencil it in, you're gonna pop an alarm in your phone or whatever you need to do to make that happen. Now, keep in mind that things do come up, so this is not an all or nothing approach, because if you tried to stick to the same thing every single week and something came up and then you threw your healthy lifestyle to the wind, well, half the time we would probably be pitching our healthy lifestyle out the door. So in that case, you need to come up with a plan B. So if on Saturday something comes up and you can't grocery shop, awesome. You're gonna bump it to Sunday. You're still gonna get it done though. Or if Sunday doesn't work to meal prep, then you're gonna prep a little bit on Monday night and a little bit on Tuesday night to set yourself up for success. But life comes in ebbs and flows, and remember that. So don't just throw that healthy lifestyle to the wind or your routine out the window for the week because something pops up. Then you're gonna look at the week ahead again, and you're gonna plan the extent of how much food you're prepping on your food prep day based on what your schedule that week looks like. So this may be the same every week, or if your weeks look a little bit different, week to week, then this might ebb and flow. And what I mean by this is if your week is gonna be super hectic and it's just gonna be absolutely crazy, then you may wanna spend 2 hours or so on your meal prep day prepping enough food in advance that you can set yourself up for success throughout that really crazy week. If the week is gonna be more lax, then maybe you're only prepping for 30 minutes or so. You're just chopping your veggies ahead of time and you're washing your fruit. So look ahead at that week, evaluate how intense it's gonna be, and say it's gonna be a crazy week, I'm spending 2 hours, or it's gonna be a lax week, I'm spending 30 minutes. Whatever that looks like for you, week to week, you're evaluating the extent of your food prep. When you're initially starting out, you're gonna think ahead about what you're prepping on your food prep day. And a great day to do this is on the day that you come up with your grocery list. So you're meal planning and you're writing your grocery list out, and you can think ahead. What can I prep on Sunday or whatever day you choose for your food prep day that will set me up for success for the week? And jot it down. I'm gonna chop my onions. I'm gonna put together my turkey meatballs, whatever that is. When you initially start, write down those items, and when it becomes habit, it'll be automatic, and so you no longer have to write it down. Then it's meal prep day. Woo, we're here. When you meal prep, connect with your why. Don't go into it with the mindset of, I have to meal prep. Connect with you're doing this because you're setting yourself up for success throughout the week. You're gonna feed your family nourishing foods, and you are simplifying and saving yourself time. So connect with your why, and then, turn on some tunes, pour a glass of wine if you want, or make a hot tea and get prepping. And whenever you make foods throughout the week, if you can, make extra of them, because if you already have everything out, you might as well make some extra and put those leftovers in the freezer for future meals, or use those leftovers to mix and match together for really easy meals throughout the upcoming week. Last but not least, you are going to think of 3 emergency meals, 3 backup meals that you will always have the staples for in your kitchen in case something comes up and throws you off kilter, or you're just super exhausted and you can't make the dinner that you had planned that night. So 3 meals that we have in our house are we do pasta with sauce and frozen veggies. So I always keep a jar of marinara sauce, some pasta, and a bag of frozen veggies in the freezer for a really quick backup meal of spaghetti with veggies. Another one that we have is bagel pizzas, where we toast bagels and we tear up spinach and put it on there, some marinara sauce, and a little piece of cheese, and that's our second backup meal. And then because we're huge fans of breakfast for dinner, we always have eggs as a backup, or we'll pull something quick and easy out of the freezer that we prepped in advance and that we made extra of. So when you go into this, make sure that you have a backup meal or backup meals in place, because sometimes things come up and you just can't stick to the plan. So again, you're thinking about your biggest stressors throughout the week. You're establishing a general routine that you can follow throughout the week with your meal planning, your grocery shopping, and your meal prepping. What days are those on? Then you're planning the extent of how much time you're gonna spend focused on food prepping on your food prep day, based on if the week is gonna be crazy or the week is going to be a little more lax. You're thinking about what you can prep in advance. So am I just chopping a few things? Am I chopping my onions and my peppers and my washing my fruit? Or am I doing a whole bunch of things? You're gonna write those things down when you're initially starting till it becomes habit. And then you're prepping. You're getting in there, you're prepping, you're connecting with your why, and you are throwing on some tunes, girlfriend, and you are having fun with it. You're gonna make extra of food so you have leftovers to store in the freezer for future meals or to mix and match throughout the upcoming really hectic week to create new meals with. And last but not least, you have 3 emergency backup meals that you have written down. So I hope that these simple steps will help simplify your real food lifestyle. And if meal prepping is something that you're interested in learning more about, that you want to hone in on ways that you can incorporate it that work best for you and your family, we have an entire step-by-step course that will guide you through every single aspect of meal planning and meal prepping and doing it in a way that works best for you and your family. It's called Meal Prep Made Easy, so check it out. And as always, cheers to a healthy lifestyle and living full for life.